sit on a throne of lies.
Sorry, I'm texting
today,
Twitter.
Junior. Look at that.
Today, sorry, I was texting now that we're live in our new format and everything. People get in the chat.
Nice. Welcome, Mo Biggs. Good to see you, man. Missed you the other night. We were in Bancroft's show for the art share. Didn't see you there. Probably out having fun. I think it was Saturday or something like that. So.
Maybe Bancroft kicked him.
Nope. He just didn't show because he was probably busy. He had better things to do. What can you say?
I couldn't sleep the one night, and all the Australian shows were going on. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. A lot of different people in there.
Oh, cool. No, we were not on Bancroft stream. I was in the chat. So I missed you in the chat, Mo. See, I was enjoying my Saturday night. That's what I thought you were doing.
Tonight?
That's good on you. No. What?
Is he that far from us that it's Saturday in his time zone?
Where are we right now?
That's a joke.
Oh, my gosh. You've lost your mind.
No,
anyway.
That was a good joke.
Okay. Was it, though? I don't know, man.
You don't have a funny bone.
I don't know.
Your funny bone dried out with your soul.
It probably did. Does Murph know the difference between was and am? See, that's what I think. That's what I wonder. I don't think you do.
I know what happens when you combine them. You get wazam.
Wazam. You got to say it with
wazam.
Gusto.
I feel like wazam's from something, but I don't know what.
Oh, that's a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, where's everybody at? It's like nobody comes to our show anymore.
Maybe they're used to us canceling on Tuesdays, so they're like, "Hey, you're probably not going to be on tonight."
That's probably true. See, the wazam joke was better. I agree.
Thank you. I'm trying. You know, they're not going to all be home run hitters. You know what I mean?
They're not.
Even Babe Ruth, hit some singles.
Yeah.
It happens.
Some are going to be no hitters at all. Let's just.
You think Babe Ruth had a no hitter game?
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm just playing. I know you have.
Oh my God.
I know they're probably enjoying their Saturday night, right, Murph? Yeah, they probably are. That's right.
I didn't have to worry. The pitchers hated me enough that I got on base from getting beamed all the time. So.
Oh shit! Dang, man. So when I was
only
playing
got beamed
softball
once, and it was in the ear. I had a helmet on, but dude, that hurt, man. That hurt.
Oh yeah. So I was playing softball this fall, right? This past fall, and man, it was like I couldn't get past second base. I made it to third one time, and then the only time I made it around. I think I got to go all the way around because somebody hit it over the fence. One of my guys hit it over the fence one time.
Damn it. I was hoping to do that's what she said, but you never.
No, but really, I was out at first or second every single time. And one time this woman ran into me. It was funny because she was trying to get me out, and I figured she's going to tag me. So I'm trying to dodge, but what do? You can only dodge so much because then you're going to get called out when you run out of baseline, right? So I was trying to run, and I mean, she went full force, boom, into my chest. And I was like, whoa, are you okay? Because she got, took her back because I'm bigger and I had more momentum than her. And she was like, oh, I'm really sorry. Did I hurt you? And I was like, no, did I hurt you? And she goes, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. But I about knocked her on her ass, which was hilarious.
Hey, we got somebody.
I wish I would have.
We got a Felix Hayes.
Felix.
Hey, why aren't you showing Mo's chats?
Hold on. I'm getting ready to. Murph only ended up playing baseball because he got lost in his neighbor's corn maze and wandered onto the field of dreams.
There was no, I was in a city. We didn't have Scranton, Pennsylvania. We had no cornfields, man. All we had was coal and rain. Coal and rain.
Man.
Honestly, whenever it rained, the city looked so disgusting. Just be rocks all over the place. Looked like Mordor when it rained.
That's gross. Yeah, that sucks, man.
Seriously, because it was like
I've always had baseball fields around me everywhere I've grown up, man.
We had baseball fields, but like there was nothing around them. Like there were businesses around them. Like it was a very small.
Oh, see, we always had homes.
They were. Like you'd have 3 baseball fields, and then you'd have houses or businesses like around it.
Yeah, ours is. See, I have a school in my backyard. Basically, it's a elementary, and then there's 3 baseball fields. No, 4 baseball fields back there, which is cool. So that's where my kids grew up playing baseball.
The funny thing is, I think I'm in more country now than even you are. Like you're country, but I think I'm like real country. Were your roads plowed? My roads were not plowed this morning, man. I had to go through some stuff.
Well, I live on a main drag because it goes straight to Honda.
So it's
because
it
goes straight to Honda.
Main drag.
That don't mean anything. I'm still country. It's just I'm not on like a back road. I'm on a main road because it's where
then you ain't
it's like
country.
where several places converge to come together, and they all go to Honda that way. So that's why it gets cleared.
Use that word converge.
Converge.
It was. You said it violently.
Urban Murph played stickball in an alley.
No, I lived in the time where you could get those cheap plastic bats, so we never had to use sticks. You'd either have like the huge like red one that was like huge, if you know what I'm talking about, like it was fat as heck, like bigger than your head.
The wiffle ball.
And then you have the real skinny yellow wiffle ones.
Yeah, well, the red ones are wiffle ball bats too. They're just the big ones. They're big.
Huge though. Like
so little kids can't miss. That's what they did it for.
I mean, it looked like Fred Flintstone stuff.
They were fun to play with though.
Oh yeah.
So Murph's roads may go without plowing, but you can't say the same for his fields. Dirk, on the other hand, is always getting plowed by Bill and Frank. I meant Dirk, on the other hand.
And that was at 7:57. Record timing.
That's gross. I disavow. Anyway, well, we've got an interesting show for you tonight. We're going to get into just all kinds of stuff. We're not really going to, nothing too heavy. We're just going to talk about some of it might be heavy, but we're not going to stick on it that long. We're going to have a little fun. But we have a new format coming.
Mm-hmm.
Murph, you want to talk about it a little bit?
Mm-hmm. It's pretty much everything with M's, since the show is called Murph, because there's no M in Dirk. So that's why we went everything with M.
Okay, he's kicked. Anyway, that's not true. And I'm just going to let him sit there for a minute and think about what he just said. Pause the stream for a minute, guys. I have to listen to the Down syndrome Hitler theme song. Oh, I love it, Mo. I love it. That's hilarious. Anyway, let's bring him back in. Hey, do you have time to think about what you just said? You're going to restate what you just said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay, now we're going to do it again.
Okay. So we're having a new format of movies, music, media, and marketing. So we thought, and when I say we, me, because Derek doesn't, he's just like, Kevin, come up with shit, and then we do it. So
okay, that's it.
Me thinking that at least every week there should be a movie trailer or some movie news we can cover. And I love movies, so to me, that's an easy thing for us to cover. Even talking about a movie, what did I just watch? I just
talk about it.
Well, I thought I just watched something. And I was like, man, I didn't watch it in a long time, and it's great. Then music, I feel like it's movies as well, because like there's always new music, especially with Spotify. Every Friday there's new albums, new singles, stuff's going on. What's nice.
Plus, we just love to talk about music.
Huh?
Plus, we just love to talk about music.
Yeah, we love to talk about music.
Yeah.
And,
all kinds of music.
Derek's okay with understanding music. I'm pretty much an expert in it. So,
oh, Oh my God.
Then media kind of covers everything, whether it's any news things worthy, anything with comic books,
Any media,
anything Twitter, anything funny,
podcasts.
anything. Huh?
It could be podcasts. It could be news. It could
Mm-hmm.
be comics. It could
Joe
be
Rogan
anything.
might say something, or
all kinds of fun stuff.
And then marketing is because we always want to share our book, share where we're at. Also, market other people in the Iron Age community, Comicsgate community, kind of, push their stuff. And so that's pretty much, we feel like those are topics. We're going to try to give them an allotted time. So there's structure to our shows instead of it just being, crap on the wall. But we will let the chat still speak. We've learned from our mistakes.
I don't know. Have we? I mean, if I do that again,
Derek has learned from his mistakes.
That was your fault. You're supposed to run the stream when I'm drawing.
I did not learn. You learned. Can you take a compliment?
I take all kinds of compliments all the time.
You just don't get them.
That's probably true. Okay, so first thing we were going to talk about was yesterday was MLK, right? MLK Day.
Yeah, Martin Luther King. I can't believe it, too. Like, we're already halfway through January. It's 2024, man. What the heck?
Those two couldn't pipe down. Mo was wanting us to pause the stream for him for a minute so we could listen to Down syndrome Hitler. That's hilarious. Okay, so we're talking about Martin Luther King and Hitler all in the same time. It's not good. It's not good.
They were both, hey.
Our show's bombing already.
Dude, in college, they were both, we had to study both of them for public speaking because they both are masters at public speaking. Like, you don't even know what Hitler's saying, but you're not bored. Like, he was very good.
Well, yeah, he was very passionate and it drew a lot of people in.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at those crowds that he had, holy
well,
crap.
after defeat, they were looking for a win and he brought it.
Oh yeah, World War I, all the crap fell on their feet. Like,
so that's really, I mean, I really believe that was a big spark for him. He had that kind of give him the boost. You know what I mean?
Well, he lost it,
and then
he ran for office and lost a couple times. It wasn't like an automatic. Like,
right. I mean,
it's interesting when you look at the history of it.
Right. Well, I said he was good. I meant he was a good speaker and charismatic.
Very charismatic.
I don't want people taking that out of context.
I mean, you listen to Martin Luther King speak, and it's like,
yes.
I don't know how, I don't really understand racism. I understand hating people because of things you've experienced, but to me, I feel like a race is so big that I could never be like, this race always does this.
Okay. So hold
outside
on.
Of funny things.
I think there's a couple different things though, because there's people who have experienced bad interactions with groups of people, with other groups of people. So that sometimes racism is based on that. So whenever that's all they've experienced, you can go, okay, I can understand where they're coming from. There's a lot of hate there and they've been hurt. Sometimes they get beat up or they've been, worse.
Okay, but like
somebody
for instance,
steals from them. I understand they have a reason. But the other racism where you just go on information and you really haven't had interactions with them, that's the racism I don't.
But even to me,
understand.
like let's just say growing up in Scranton, there was an Asian population that sucked.
That sucked. I can't believe you just said that. Asian population that sucked. You are terrible.
This was imaginary. But I would still be like, they're not all Asians. They're just Asians in Scranton. You know what I mean?
Your hypotheticals are something else. I don't know if
there
I
aren't Asians in Scranton, so I'm fine. I'm fine with saying Asians suck in Scranton.
Well, first off, I'm so fascinated with things that are a little bit different than me anyway.
Me too.
You know what I mean? Like, so in reality, no jokes.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by it. So I don't understand hatred for it either. I understand fear of it. That makes sense because you always fear what you don't know. So that makes sense. So you're apprehensive or you're kind of trying to be, what do you call it? I guess apprehensive is the best word, but where you're
guarded.
you're guarded, but
yeah.
but that's still
defensive.
Shouldn't stop you from exploring and getting to know more than what you've come to know as, like where you were born in.
Sure.
Well, speaking of that, I was born in my town was pretty small, and it's a farm town. So that's what you get. You know what I mean? And really, there was one person of color in the whole town, literally. And it was just a strange thing, but I never had any kind of feelings of hate. It was more interest and wonder. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why aren't there more people like that around here?
Mm-hmm.
Or why aren't there? Both ways. You know what I mean? And then why are there or why aren't there? Whatever numbers we had. And then, but then, where are we and why, why is this area this way? And, it starts making you wonder what you're like and why,
my God,
why the world works this way.
Please go to Mo's next comment.
Dirk, on conversely, finds other races fascinating and wants to explore them. Mo, you're hitting hard tonight. Oh my gosh. No, but I truly have been fascinated with other cultures and races forever. I mean, I always want to know what's so different and why they're different and how. And
you want to go to their land.
Yeah, I want to see what causes
things
them,
and then take them over, you colonizer.
Wow. I don't think I'd go that far. No, but truth is, musically, I think it's telling in music for me, because music is how I kind of come to know a little bit more about culture too, because it's heavily influenced. So my exploration of jazz and blues, just early music in general, early last century music, not early music beyond that. It really takes you into a whole different place. Like you start to understand the history of the world a little bit, especially America. If you're looking at the history of popular music, you start seeing the history of America come together.
Yes.
That's awesome. And that's one of the most fascinating pieces about it, because
of freedom. That's why.
Yeah, and it truly is a melting pot. And when you think of melting pot, I think of fusion, I think of jazz and blues, and how blues has influenced almost every form of popular music out there.
Limp Bizkit.
They're a form of blues.
No, that they're a melting pot of like rap, rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
right, but it's all form of blues. That's what it comes from.
Yeah.
So, and that blows my mind, and it really makes me, it makes me love music much more. There's a deeper, not just an understanding of it, but a love for it, because it's got more to it. It's such a deep thing to pull from. It's a deep well to pull from.
Well, like kind of going back, like the Black Panther movie, it's not a bongo, whatever that drum is, freaking awesome sound.
Wait a minute. Their melting pot of rap rock sounds like Murph is back to Limp Bizkit.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, wait, what were you saying now? The drum? What drum are you talking about?
In Black Panther, where it was like like that. I don't know what. That's so unique. I love that sound.
Well, there's so many different African drums.
Because it's a small one that they like put in their armpit and then double paddle. I just don't know what it's called.
Oh, I have one of those. It's a talking drum.
There you go. Yeah.
Does it have strings on the sides of it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you squeeze the strings, you put it under your arm so you can squeeze the string.
Yeah.
And when the string squeezes, it pulls the head tighter around the top of it and around the bottom. So you can go, and they call it a talking drum because you can pitch bend it the whole time. Dum, 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 dum. You can make it tighter and lower.
Because they would do that. That's a big thing, like even in the movie and when music with that.
Hey, Corey, welcome back, man.
Hey.
It says, dang it, I want to watch this, and I want to watch EVS. Crazy what's going on. Yeah, you know what? Give
Where's
EVS
Crazy
a rest. Stick around here, Corey, where it's going to be cool. We ain't
Where's
talking about
Crazy
none of
Matt?
that bullshit going on. I don't know. He's probably over in that other stream because they're talking a bunch of bullshit over there.
What are they talking about over there, Corey?
It's probably all that drama. Who wants that? Dirk describes African dudes as a deep well to pull from. Pulls the head tighter. Mo.
Oh my
Dang
gosh,
it, man.
Mo.
He goes, I guess I'll watch here, or I'll hang here and watch EVS later.
Yay!
We
let's not torture him or anything. Here,
yeah. Sorry to make you hang out, Corey.
No, we said we'd be market. We should be showing some of this stuff that Felix is posting on here.
What is it? Borwork. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Borwork.
Borwork a bloody bounty.
You know what Borwork is?
No, I don't.
It's Corey and Clayton's next book.
Can you show it?
Coming out. Can I show it, Corey?
Mm-hmm.
Where can I find it? Is it only on Twitter or can I look somewhere else? That's the question. Let me see if I can look it up. Not be able to. No, not there like that. I'm gonna have to go to Twitter. But anyway, we're having a good conversation there.
Corey's saying that Eric July wimped out on a debate with EVS.
Yeah, it got canceled tonight. I saw that and I was like, well, that's probably a good thing, to be honest. I'm just being honest.
Corey says the link's right in front of you on Indiegogo.
It is? What?
The link's right below you on the screen. https Indiegogo.com projects.
Yeah, but I can't. Man, I got to go in my thing and copy that because it's not working for me.
Well, that's what Corey was saying. Just copy it.
Yeah. Well, I'll open it here and then go. There we are. Look at that. Let's share it.
Felix shared something else too before that.
Hang on. Here we go. Boom. There it is. You see it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do know this.
Yeah. Looks cool. The art looks really badass. I'm really excited for this one. Oh, look who decided to show up. Woo! Crazy Mad. Welcome.
Yeah, we haven't had a question of the week.
We don't have a question of the week.
We almost just forgot about it.
Yeah. See? So taking addresses for this right now. Look at this. See some of this art? Really cool.
Yeah, I like it.
Loving the look of it.
I like those eyes.
Yeah, that's cool color on the eyes. And then I like some of this stuff where you see these landscapes that they're drawing, which is pretty cool. And I've seen some of the art for Borwork himself, which when he's riding that beast, I was like, damn, that is pretty cool. I like it a lot. Is it down here? Nope, they only showed that. So there's not a lot, but sign up for Borwork. They're taking your email address right now to get signups for it before the campaign launches. So,
Corey, do we know a rounded date when it will launch?
Oh man, I would have loved to see the debate. Feels like they keep doing separate posts. Eric blocking EVS, and it's like, why not just talk it out and sort it out on a stream? Yeah, I kind of agree. I think they ought to sort it out and just get over themselves. This is getting stupid. I'm really getting sick of seeing it, to be honest.
Not to be a conspiracy theorist, but do you ever think both of them are like, hey, we're going to get more views and stuff if we make it like we're fighting?
I don't know. I mean, we tried that and the chat never liked it, so it never caught on. So we were like, okay, we're just not going to do this anymore.
Oh, the Murph and Dirk debate?
Yeah. So Murph and Dirk have been getting slammed at work also, but that's half the reason they agreed to work in a prison to begin with.
Getting slammed in the slammer.
I would say that's the one for the night right there, Mo.
Dude, I do not work in a prison, and I will never work in a prison.
Oh, yeah, we work in correctional facility, which is different than a prison. To be honest, it is.
I'll never forget a coworker telling me when they worked in a prison and how this person just like objectively was like, oh yeah, I worked with a girl there that got kidnapped, raped, and murdered in the jail. And I was like, you just said that like it was nothing.
No big
You
deal.
just dropped a
See, that's why I wouldn't
bombshell.
work in a prison either. Hey, welcome, Radium Radio. Good to have you, man.
Hell.
I see Corey's copying my style by making a book title that's hard to pronounce. Right. Borwark. So to answer your question, Murph, he said you'd have to ask Clayton. He's been busy with his How to Draw Comics Academy. Which is pretty cool. So, all right. Cool, man. Well, I mean, the only debate right now is if you go on Twitter and look at me and Good Stuff fighting over rare versus well done. That's the only real debate you need to worry about right now.
Well, to me though too, it's like how rare and how well done, because there's even degrees to that. So
I mean, he likes it raw and wriggling, man. Raw and wriggling. Murph got fired.
Crazy.
The prisoners were complaining he kept dropping the soap. Or he kept throwing their soap on the floor. Is more like it, Crazy Mad. That's probably what he was doing.
Hey, Crazy, put a question of the week.
The heck? I got Andromenoids ages ago. Yeah, that's true. Andromenoids. It's another book Corey's working on. That's awesome. I like my meat cooked. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not always a well done guy, but that's what I grew up liking.
I like a little pink.
I'm gonna let that ride, boy.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
No, thank
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm more in the what is it? Medium well. That's the pink, the slight pink. I don't like it bloody. Can't do it. Can't do it, Murph. You got to contain yourself, man. Okay. I like my steak with blue cheese so I can have some. That made me want to gag.
Too far. Too far.
Yeah, that's too far, man. Anyway, Murph dropped soap on a rope that stepped on the rope. Damn, seems to be stuck. I could see him doing that. Dirty
Wait,
pull,
what's
Murph?
stuck?
Dirty pull, dude. The soap. Can't get it up.
Wait, the soap is stuck on the floor?
Yeah, you throw it on the floor, you step on it so they can't pick it up, and you make them stay bent over.
Well, I don't know.
No comeback. That was a good one. Anyway, so what are we moving on to next? We have some other titles.
Wait
here,
a minute.
Other things
Crazy Man's question of the week.
We'll give him a minute to build it up.
It's
Let's
up
move
there.
on.
He already put it on.
Oh, did he put it up there?
That's what I said.
Oh, I did miss it. It was because it was a short one. I thought it was going to be long. It was a short one.
Man, and Felix just keeps posting.
Ooh, this is nasty. Crazy Mad. EVS or Flash?
Can you give me a little bit of what's going on with that?
Yellow Flare. Is it Yellow Flash? Is that what he calls himself?
Yeah, I think it's Yellow Flash.
Anyway, or EVS. They're fighting over this whole Dillard draws. Flash hired Dillard, and there was this whole mess with Dillard's pay rate and all this shit. They've aired it out in front of everybody. I really don't want to get into this because I don't give a shit. I mean, I hope Dillard is getting what he deserves for drawing. That's what I hope. Other than that, I couldn't care less about all the bullshit. I really don't like this question. I'm not a fan.
I'm gonna say I don't know enough of what's going on with it to really.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the question, but because I just this stupid shit just makes me mad. My computer's gonna die. You're gonna have to give me a minute. I have to power my laptop.
You do
Move on to the next. Answer the question, Murph.
I don't know enough of the EVS Flash thing to really, unless chat, you guys want to give me some info on this. Trying to find the. I don't want to know. Flash dropped the soap. EVS. Oh my god. I just hope Yellow Flash isn't making him draw Weebery. What is this?
What I
If
miss?
you could
What I
fight
miss?
anyone from history, who would you fight? I think Helen Keller would kind of probably be pretty easy to fight.
If you could fight anyone from history, who would you fight?
What? Yeah, Helen Keller. Wouldn't I? That'd be an easy fight, man.
Helen Keller? No, you would look like a total asshole.
Doesn't matter.
She couldn't see here. She couldn't tell you were going to fight her, and she'd probably still kick your ass, Murph. Let's be honest.
What about the Elephant Man?
Well, to be honest, guys, I don't know. I don't like to pick sides in that kind of shit because really, when I see that, I just think it's the dumbest thing in the world. So
Chad, is it possible they're both wrong or both right, or is there definitely one that's
here's
wrong?
What I think. I'm gonna say it out loud. I think they're both wrong. Why? Because they're airing their dumb bullshit in front of everybody. Nobody needs it. Nobody wants it, and it's stupid. So why do we play into it?
It looks bad for the community too, where the community already has like a thing of Comicsgate being like drama.
I don't care about this shit. Like, treat your people well. If you're gonna hire people, pay them. Pay what you say you're going to pay them or what they ask for, and make your deals and get it done. Otherwise, don't do it. Stay out of it. You know what I mean? And then just the hate on there. I'm tired of the hate. Like, we're all in this indie comic shit together.
Yeah.
Really, though, because I thought the mission was to make good comics, and we don't care about the mainstream. Thought that's what it was. So that's where I'm sticking.
Oh my god. Moses Helen Keller had Daredevil's power.
She would kick your ass. God. She would totally kick your ass. Yeah, EVS told Flash to dump Dillard for a pro. Then Flash put EVS page rate out there, and then EVS used Dillard's situation to trash Flash. Yeah, see, but that's both bullshit. Both sides are dumb.
Why does EVS want but how it started, why did EVS want him to dump that guy? Like, why did that even start?
I don't know. Dillard agreed to his deal. He's a 40% owner of a possible $1 million campaign. So there you go. I mean, I hope it works out for Dillard is what I hope. That's what I hope. Because, you might think you're getting a good deal and somebody can screw you. I mean, some of us are very new to this, and we might make decisions that could get us into some trouble with some people. You got to be careful. We're dealing with making deals. Like, we're making deals with artists and creators all over the world. You don't really know these people. So if you don't really know them, maybe you ought to do some more due diligence before you make deals with them. And you should know how the deals go down before you make deals with them too. But not only that, find out what their reputation is and things like that. Like, get to know what's happening. But I mean, I don't know everything about Dillard, but I just hope he's okay and getting what he needs for it.
Radiant said, I think Murph is wrong. What did I say?
I don't know.
They're taking
that's why you have a contract. Yeah, I mean, contracts. Yeah. The problem with the contracts are, a lot of us are not lawyers, and we don't know enough to know all the ins and outs and how people can get screwed. And so you get somebody who says, yeah, I'll front this money and you'll get all this and that, and promise. That's people easily get stars in their eyes, and they will make terrible deals with people. I'm not saying that's what Dillard did. I'm saying that's what can happen. So you got to be careful. You really do. CG drama. It's so hard not to get pulled in. I know. And see, that's, I don't want to go there. I want to move on.
Yeah. Why is Crazy Mad trying to pull us in?
I don't know. But I mean, it's okay if we briefly talk about it, but that's where I stand. I really hate the bullshit. I hate watching it on Twitter. It's done nothing but cover Twitter the whole time for the last few days. And it's not fun. It's bullshit. All you see is people calling names. It's like we're in freaking middle school. I hate it.
Yeah.
Hey, Shadowpunk. Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
There's enough of that stuff on the news and politics.
It's relevant, Crazy Mad, but it's not relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's relevant because that's what's happening, but I don't care that it's happening because all it does is bring me down. It doesn't build me up as an artist. It doesn't make me feel good. It makes me feel like, what the hell is this community doing? We should be helping each other out, not doing this dumb shit. And
yeah, I mean, how many people are in the community are like, hey, guys, stop arguing and build this stuff
There's
together.
several of us out there doing that. And I would rather hang with those dudes because they're actually in the same boat I'm in.
You don't always have to pick a side.
Yeah, I want it to be done. I'm tired of middle school drama. Dillard's cool as hell. I made a joke about wanting to start a fake internet beef for attention, and for the last 2 years, he called me names in any chat to maintain it. Yeah, I think that's fun. That kind of shit. I love that kind of stuff. That's totally fun.
Except I really hate Derek. So
right. And you guys don't know the hatred I have for Murph. So anyway, yeah. But the truth is, drama farming is just terrible. And if that's what this is, then they can have it. Bob Kane knew all about contracts. Didn't he screw a dude over on Batman? Yeah. Bill Finger is who got screwed over on Batman. What
happened with that?
Bill Finger did most of the creation for Batman. Bob Kane took it and kind of put some finishing touches on it and then called it his. And Bill Finger didn't get credit for it.
Oh, that's messed up. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. It's been that way for a long time.
How long did it take to come out that who really did it? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. I don't know the whole history. I know.
Like, were courts ever involved?
Maybe. I can't tell you all that. I think there's a documentary on it, though. I think Prime, actually, Amazon Prime had a documentary on it at one point. So you guys may want to look that up. Music, movies, media, and marketing. Next week's show should be titled Dukester Drawing, Drama, and Divisiveness. Yes. What do you know, Crazy Man? What do you know?
Our show is called Murph and Dirk, so it's all M's. Just like there's an M in Crazy Mad and there's an M in Mo. It's not my fault that Derek doesn't have any M's because he sucks.
Oh, you suck so bad.
Even Corey Barton has an N, which is basically half an M. So there you go.
I don't think it's drama farming. Didn't Yellow Flash start it on Twitter?
Radio has an N. Shadow Punk has an N. Derek.
Corey, the reason I'm saying that is because people are they're going off the deep end with it. And I feel like it's just kind of getting so blown out of proportion and it doesn't ever have to go there. So that's why Dean calls Ogden a Bob Kane stan. Ooh. Okay. Ogden. Yeah. Odin. For those who don't know. For the public, I think it took 70 years. Yeah, I think it did take a while for people to find out. Yeah, you're right.
That's nuts.
I don't know about the Dillard stuff, but those deals can be dodgy. Been offered them before and never trusted it. Yeah, I would say, Corey, you're doing commissions, man, and I think that's...
Is he talking about us?
No, he's talking about... No, the truth is, yeah, I feel for those guys that do that. I hope they're really smart about the way they're taking their deals and the way that they are, setting themselves up for success, because it's scary. You can be really taken advantage of. You do a lot of work. Those art pages are not, it's not a little work. It's a lot of work.
How do people live with themselves, like screwing people over for money? I don't get that.
I don't. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think some people like the fact that they can manipulate others, because it makes them, gives them a little bit of a power trip for sure. So I'm not saying everybody does that.
I respect myself if I did that.
Mm-hmm. So according to Murph, if you have an N in your name, you're a second-class citizen. He basically called you guys the N-word. Oh, I love it. Yeah, I do hate all the fighting. Like, I don't want us to be divided. I got so many friends here. Well, that's what I'm saying. I like to hang out with almost everybody that I get into chats with or on the streams with. I'm like, what's going on here? We're here to create. Creating is awesome. Like, you know, it's really fun. It's necessary. It's we're forwarding the art form. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot to this, what we're doing. To be fighting about it just seems so stupid.
Especially when the comic book industry is dying.
Yeah.
Like,
look at that. Corey says, no, you guys have been great to work with. Awesome. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate that, man. Well, you've been good to work with too, for sure. Yeah. Especially with us being so picky.
Yeah, you really are.
It's really Murph. It's not me. It's all Murph.
I am very picky.
Corey, I got a sweet comic idea. You draw and color it and we'll be 50-50. There you go. That's a good one. One could argue EVS is trying to educate the community. Otherwise, how else would we know? Do we need to know? Now, I could see it coming out, like if a guy was really being nasty and he was taking advantage of people over and over again or something.
Yeah, like watch out.
Yeah, watch out for that guy. That makes sense. But when it's one deal and somebody, they didn't make a good deal together or something like that, I don't know. You got to be careful because then you're starting to just slander people. But if you got somebody out there taking advantage of someone or many people, I guess, yeah, they need to be fronted, man. But I don't know. I think you can say he's educating, but on the way he does it, I wouldn't call it educating.
EBS is not really great at being tactful.
Yeah, exactly.
He's pretty heavy-handed with stuff.
Yeah. I got a sweet comic idea. Too crazy, Matt. That's awesome. I have many sweet comic ideas, but now the well has been poisoned against accepting exposure as payment. All right. I think EVS is being a sleaze. And that, yeah, I mean, I think they all are really, to be honest, guys. I mean, when I see the shit that goes down online, like with Eric July and with, I just think they're both dumb. Why are they doing that? They were getting along really good for a while. What happened? They just smarted off to each other too many times and now they're pissed off and now they got to play this war. Why? You know, the two biggest indie comic creators are going at it. I just think it's drama farming because they're doing it to propel themselves, to keep themselves in the spotlight. That's what it feels like. Because I know if I was making $1 million or $2 million on my comic, I don't think I'd have a beef with anybody. I'd be like, woohoo! You know what I mean? Why are they mad? That's the question I have. I'd be pretty damn happy.
And when Derek says his comic, he means my comic.
Yeah. See, it sounds far out when
Crazy I was joking. Says it I was joking, and you just went, yeah, like it's a real thing. Like,
no, I said I was blowing you off. Yeah.
You were just used to it now. It's like,
yeah. Okay, Corey. So see, it sounds far out when Crazy Mad says it like that, but people do try that. And it's like, I don't know if they have good intentions, but I always see it ending bad. Like if there's a disagreement. Yeah. I mean, and that's true. That's why it matters if you sign contracts or not.
But again, too, did anyone force him to sign the contract? Like it's a deal. Isn't that
No, but you know, people can play those games, man. They can twist you up. And if you don't read the fine print, you're screwed. So when EVS and Flash are going at it, it's a problem. But when Bill and Frank are going at it, it's stunning and brave. Well, first off, I never said it was stunning and brave or beautiful. So you've misinterpreted.
Wait, is EVS? Are they going to get it on? Is that what Mo's saying here? Is there some sexual tension?
Oh, that's gross. Anyway. I did feel like Eric done a few posts trying to talk down to creators being late or crowdfunding. Yeah, I've seen that too. And EVS was trying to stand up for us. Maybe a little bit, but I feel like, you know, I did see one thing like that too. Cause you know, I'm like, well, I think I chimed in once where I said, you know, people got to understand that they're calling these artists slow and all this stuff. And I'm like, you know, some of us have to work for a living to put food on the table, feed our families. And if we're going to create comics, we gotta work. We can't be doing nothing but comics all the time. You know.
I mean, you can always sell the children. That's a lot of money.
Well, that's true. I've thought about that. Yeah, but Corey, it's Yellow Flash. I know from a good buddy that he pays. Well, and that's it. EVS is Eric's big bad booty daddy. Gosh.
Big bad booty.
Hey, that was great, man. It's good to see you. It's been a while.
Hey.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Good to see you, man. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we were on a good subject. We were on a roll before we got into this shit.
Yeah.
So let's
that's
move
what
on.
we're trying to have.
Something else.
Movie media and
let's talk about music.
Martin Luther King was a good thing with music, just like how words do matter. Like even we're talking about here in fighting, just like how, not just derogatory words matter, but uplifting words matter too. Like you can really get things done with positive feedback instead of it always being drama.
Yeah. I mean, of course it doesn't attract as many people, right?
Yeah.
But it sure does make the other people feel good who you're commenting and praising, right?
Yeah.
So I would rather build that kind of relationship with people for sure. And I'm trying to be real careful to do that on Twitter too. I'm really trying to stay out of a lot of drama because there's been several times where I've been baited and I really have to watch what I say. And I'm trying to just stop myself because I'm quick to anger, and
you're a grumpy old man.
Yeah. Well, I'm quick to anger about it. So then I'm like, okay, but I don't know this guy.
There's energy to it. Yeah, there is energy.
There is. And that's why I'm like, I don't want to give it that. I'm going to take that and I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to go do something cool now, Yeah, I did hear that he ended up paying Joe Ball. I don't know. It could hopefully work out. So yeah, I hope this all works out. We're on a good topic before this happened. What? Prison sex? No, Mo. We were talking about music. That wasn't
our topic. That was the chat's topic.
Right. We were talking about music and cool shit and the history of America coming together. Because
Corey, I just don't tell Dirk anymore. I don't tell him any information, so he can't spoil it.
I'll know eventually, and then I'll be able to spill it. So I just bide my time. It's all good. It's all good. Drama's unprofessional. They need to stop airing dirty laundry. I feel the same way. And I think all it's doing is turning customers off. So prison sex is music. It's a Tool song. That's true.
That is a good song.
History of America. Well, Corey, what we were talking about was how cultures come together into a melting pot, especially with music, and how whenever those cultures came together, we got things like Dixieland jazz, which was an early form of American music. And then blues came along, probably maybe even before that or at the same time as some of that. And
then Taylor Swift.
Right. Yes. But when you look at how music formed, you can see the history of America, which is really cool.
Yeah, that is a really cool thing. That really is cool.
And that's some of the love that I have for that. So whenever we talk about that stuff, that's the power to me.
Well, especially
and it makes me.
Go ahead.
Yep. Oh, I said it makes me want to learn about the people who brought that here, about the people who created that. You know what I mean? It's interesting, and it's super fascinating to know why and how it works.
Well, I just think it's cool. Like there's musical instruments that are just to a culture that make things sound like that culture. You know what I mean? Like the Egyptian twangy guitar thing, whatever that is called, and
a sitar.
Thank you.
It's not just Egyptian.
What's like the little? What's the little guitar? Like it's like smaller than a violin, but it's very like
ukulele.
Is that what that's called?
I mean, they blink, blink, blink. It sounds like that kind of.
No, I'm not thinking. No, that's too. It's more of a. It's better sounding than that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It might be like something Italian. It might be like an Italy thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
There's different styles of guitar too, because then whenever you take just the guitar, there's so many different styles like flamenco, and then you have like cultural styles, and it's pretty cool to hear some of that.
Banjo.
Yeah. Yep.
Those people that in the country play with the thing that they use for their laundry outside. Is it a rack or something?
Washboards.
There we go, washboards.
Well, they play shuffles on it. Shaka, 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 shaka,
Dude,
stuff like that.
It is so funny what your brain remembers. I just got a shot in my head of Home Improvement when Tim Allen would have the construction guys come on and they do music with using the saw and all their tools. And they're like, but da 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 da, and like the saw's making like a whir, and they did a whole thing with it.
Who was the metal band that used the chainsaws during their song? Wow, wow! They were like revving it with the guitars.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Like in the '90s, there was a band that was like famous for using those chainsaws. If anybody remembers in the chat, bring it up. Corey, I didn't turn against you even when you came out as a weed degenerate. Corey said, I hope you all stay my friends no matter what drama goes down. Yeah, I mean, as long as we're not being assholes to each other, I don't see why that would ever happen. So Corey will be fine unless he does a heel turn and starts drawing ESG approved women instead of hot babes.
That is a heel turn. That is hilarious.
Crazy Mag got it, man. Jackal. You remember that? Jackal?
Yeah.
Using the chainsaws. That was hilarious. I can't believe you guys are on this specific topic and you're gatekeeping Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. We're not trying to stay specific, guys, but we were talking about this before all the chat ignited, it's cool, but
before Crazy Mad ruined the episode.
He got us into all the dramas. We were trying to pull out of that drama.
No. He's late, and then he flips over a table and is like, hey, look at me, everybody. I'm making an entrance.
He goes wet t-shirt on everybody, and then they can't stop looking. Right? That's what happened. Yeah, I hate that ESG shit. Babes got to be hot babes.
Babes got to be hot babes.
I'm waiting for you to stream again so I can stream with you. Yeah. I mean, I want us to be a good community and have fun. That's really what I want. I don't like the other bullshit.
Like, I feel like Bancroft's outside of Mo's hate for Bancroft, it's pretty drama free.
Right. You guys pushed Crazy to come up with a question of the week on the spot after a rough day at work. Yeah, we did. Sorry, Crazy Mad.
He's had a whole week. That's why it's question of the week.
You get what you get and you don't get upset. I wasn't upset, but I didn't want to hang on it. That's for damn sure. I wanted to move on. That's what I wanted. Murph's on the show. It was effed long before I asked the question. Yeah, that's true. That's a good one.
I think our ratings did go up when I was off the show for a couple weeks. Wasn't it starting to turn there?
Oh, my God. That's hilarious. I don't know if it did or not, but that's pretty funny. So we were going to talk about some other stuff, like some news. Oh, you were going to talk about that deleted scene from the Marvels.
Why did that even come up when we were talking?
Oh, I know a lead in. So just hold on to that.
Okay.
So,
okay.
I know that, speaking of drama, we were talking about some politics. We don't get into politics too much on here, but we do talk about it a little bit. Where Trump just won the Iowa caucus, which is kind of interesting. It's a historical win. And beyond that,
it wasn't like a win. It was like domination.
Yeah, it was a landslide.
The fourth guy, I actually like him. I've heard him say stuff.
Vivek?
Yeah.
Ramaswamy, yeah. Yep. Yeah. I liked him too, but he couldn't touch Trump. And so it's just interesting, but CNN already came on and is already starting to say that the right is fascist and Donald Trump is going to start a fascist government when he gets into power. They've already said this because they already anticipate him winning, which is hilarious to me because I think they know that he's kind of unstoppable right now and they've created a monster and they don't know what to do with it. And I think that's hilarious. You were talking about the power of words and the things that Martin Luther King was saying, but yet here we are. We're going into this. If you are for Trump, because they said, what's it say about those Iowa people, the Iowans that are backing Trump? it says they're into this extremist viewpoint, and they're already starting to make them deplorables before they even get a chance.
Which is
You know
so
what I mean?
weird. Do they think that works? That there's going to be Iowans now like, oh man, I don't want Iowa to vote for Trump, so I'm going to, you know what I mean? Like, are people being like, oh, I don't want Iowa to look like this, so I'm going to vote the other way?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
It was Saturday in whatever time zone you were in, Mo. I didn't say today was Saturday. Get this right. You're going to quote me.
Bancroft has a talent of avoiding drama. He is still well liked by most, and that's
He really is.
He is a role model. I'm going to be honest. He is a good role model, and I like the way he handles that stuff.
Can you imagine if Bancroft got to the level of EVS, how much better like CG would be?
Well,
seriously,
to be honest, I think Bancroft will get to a big level. It's going to take him a little bit of time, but I think he's going to get.
Well, yeah, I mean, EVS has got what 30 years of being in the comic industry.
Right.
Like,
yep,
he's got a name out there. Like,
yep,
that's a lot.
What's the point?
And he's got a name for being in so much of the drama when everything started. Like,
so, right.
Sorry.
Okay, what's the point in continuing with the primary now that Asa Hutchinson dropped out? I guess I don't know who that is.
Don't
Asa?
they have to though? Like, isn't that like a law that they have to?
Yeah. Well, it's just interesting. They're already projecting and hating, and we haven't even got there yet. You know what I mean? Like nobody's
like
won
a year
yet.
away, dude.
Yeah, and they're already awfulizing the people who voted for him. I really wonder, because this is some of the most separated I've ever seen people be in the last 10 years or so. It's crazy to me, and it just keeps getting worse. It does really feel like civil war could break out.
Because of social media, everyone is their worst because they never say the things they do to people's faces. Like, that's the bad thing.
Yeah.
People are extra douchey because there's no repercussions.
Right. Well, and they talk about us being this way. You know, we're fascists because we support MAGA, right? But yet, then this is the lead into the Marvels. So you said the deleted scene from the Marvels, because
so there was a deleted scene where Valkyrie, which I guess had a relationship with Captain Marvel, does like a zoom through her ship, and it's the teenage girl Miss Marvel, not Captain Marvel, that answers that. And
oh, crazy, Matt. I don't want to talk drama. Let's talk politics.
Oh, that
2024.
Dude, crazy,
I love
Matt.
it.
You won the night on that one. That was perfect.
But hold on. I'm not just trying to do that. We're just trying to talk news and some different things going on. So we really had this already planned without trying to bring the politics in. I just did that as a lead up to what Murph's talking about. So
okay, so back to what I was talking about in the deleted scene. She said, this is Miss Marvel, and she goes, Miss Captain Marvel got married again. And so the girl's like, no, not Mrs. Marvel, Miss Marvel. Me and Captain Marvel aren't together. And then she's like, oh, but that'd be awesome. And she goes, oh, no, I'm single. And then the next thing, the ship goes off, like something's going to happen. And Valkyrie, so right after she's like, has this innuendo of being lesbians, the next thing Valkyrie says is, you better get a strap on. And it's like, come on. Like,
I mean, but that's where their head is, right? Like,
yeah.
They're saying, you know, let's have a child talk about sex with an adult right there, like having sex.
Because I don't know if she's 18 or not, but yeah, you're right. She's in high school.
No, Miss Marvel's still in high school. Like in the TV show, she was in high school. So
yeah,
they haven't advanced her age as far as I know. So Valkyrie's how old? God.
Yeah.
Joy Reid called me a white Christian. I'm going to deny Christ and start wearing blackface. I don't see it happening, but guess anything's possible. You're a good ally, Mo. Stunning and brave.
Stunning and brave.
Asa Hutchinson is a master of polling 0%. He dropped out today. Oh, interesting. 0%. Damn. Yeah, what's the point of him running, though? Or her, or whoever that is?
Yeah,
That's
I don't
crazy.
know.
Civil War II, Electric Killaloo. No doubt, man. Let's be friends. Marvel is groomers. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of groomers going on. So I'm like, the left feels like there's tons of groomers, man. And, they talk about MAGA, but I'm like, damn, I don't see the groomers on that side of the
That
aisle.
was funny when they had OK Boomer, and then so they started going OK Groomer.
That's funny. Oh, he's the governor of Arkansas. Okay, I'm sorry. I haven't been following that closely because I only listen to a few people. I don't really go very deep into it. But I just thought it was interesting that as soon as he wins, of course, they've started their media spin away.
I just want things to go not too crazy, but just crazy enough that I don't have to go to work, but I can still get food from the market. Like, that's where I want us to be as a country. You know?
What do you mean?
I get paid to not go to work because it's violent outside, but yet I could still get food and stuff where I don't have to be killing animals. Like,
okay,
that's the line I want.
Yeah, but that means you want socialism.
No, I didn't say that.
You said you want to get paid and not have to go to work. Yes, you did.
That's not socialism. That's just being smart.
No, that's getting paid for nothing. That's what these people want.
Passive income. Passive income.
It's called bullshit, and you are full of it. You can be forgiven for not knowing who Asa Hutchinson is. Almost nobody does. See, there you go.
Yeah,
that was a joke in the first place. No, I don't know. I know it was a joke. No, I just didn't know who it was. I was trying to figure out. Can you guys not start World War III over there, please? I know, Corey. Damn. Oh my gosh. That's what happens when you let everybody still keep their guns, right, Corey?
Oh, don't go there.
Just kidding. I'm not going there. You go, oh, don't go there. He knows what I mean. It sucks, though, because I was just playing, but I think that our people are crazy sometimes. But, I mean, I want us to be free, but on the other hand, I'm going, damn. I just don't get it. So they were saying that he also hates immigrants.
Who does?
Already, Trump, just because he's wanting to build the wall. He wants to build it, rebuild it and reinforce it again. And they're saying he hates immigrants. And I just thought to myself, how? He was talking, and I watched this other video earlier today on Twitter where he was talking about trafficking and how he's going to try to stop it. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to stop it, but he's going to try to do something with it. And he said, women are the number one target for trafficking. Children are number two. And he said,
I would have thought children were higher than.
Yeah, he said they're not.
Children are easier to kidnap than women.
Yeah. He said women are number one. Which makes sense because it's the oldest profession in the world, right? So it makes sense. It's one of the bigger ones for that. But
I just thought it would be harder to kidnap an adult than a child, but I guess that makes sense.
Yeah,
you're right.
What he's saying is he was going to take kids from other countries and put them back to their families in their home country. That's what he said. Like if he hated them, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't care, right? Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Well, we do have a weird thing, though. Like, if someone's born here, even though their parents are illegal, that person's actually an American, though, right? If illegal immigrants have a child in America, that's
the other thing. Like, why do we allow that? Like, just because somebody's born here, if the parents aren't citizens,
that's part of our democracy.
Their kids?
That's part of our democracy because of immigration, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's.
I know, man, but
it's a big part of America. Like that's never going to change. Like,
I still think it's kind of stupid. Like, I think you should be a citizen before your kid can be a citizen. You can just have people show up here and have a kid and then leave, and they're like, "Well, my kid's he's a citizen of the U.S." That doesn't make sense.
Well, they're born here. You're not born somewhere else,
Yeah. I know, but they're born here, but they weren't, they're not really supposed to be, or they're not really like, and just because you're born here don't make you a citizen. That just makes it, I don't know. It's so weird to me. It's such a weird thing.
Well, it's because of immigration. Like when my great grandparents came here as Irish, their children were Americans because they were born here. That's just the natural.
Well, but they were living here and they were contributing here, and they were citizens. They were becoming citizens.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a difference. That's a different.
But even as they're becoming citizens, the child's automatically a citizen, even if they don't get it.
I know that. I think that's the weird part. Like if you had people vacationing, okay, they're just coming over for vacation for 2 weeks and they have a kid. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, well, he's a citizen now. I think that's nuts. Oh man, that is nuts. How are they literally busing in all these people into America? Like, what the fuck is that? I know. And that's the thing. They're not just bussing them in, man. They're coming under the fences. They've used equipment to pry the fences up so that they can get under the fences. There's all kinds of stuff going down for them to just pour into here. It's probably just a coincidence that it's 90% military-aged men.
Oh, damn.
Probably, yeah. Open borders are good for human traffickers, and not protecting the border is traitorous. Yeah, right. We are totally firing shot. All he's saying about EVS. New world order doesn't care about your sovereignty, and that's true. That's very true. Very true. So all this stuff, I mean, I know it's kind of conspiracy, but still, it's kind of interesting.
Hulk
so that's
Hogan?
some of the media that's going on. What?
Hollywood Hogan doesn't care about your sovereignty?
Maybe NWO. NWO, baby.
You know, Scott Hall's dead.
Hey. Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was a dark-headed guy, right?
Yeah, Razor Ramon.
He was a pretty big dude. I remember
he was like 6'7". Yeah.
Yeah, he's tall. Who's going to go see The Iron Claw? Has anybody in our chat seen the movie The Iron Claw? I'm super interested about
Is it still in the theater?
I hope so. I want to go see it because I think it's.
I feel like it's a movie you don't need to see in the theater. There's not like special effects or big sounds, right? Like.
So sometimes it's good to see a movie other than that kind of.
I do agree. Oppenheimer was really good seeing that, and that there wasn't a lot of special effects. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. What'd you think,
I saw The Iron Claw. Yeah, man. What do you think about that? Because I'm kind of excited to see it. I don't have to see it in the theater, but I really do want to see it.
Well, they did pick good actors too. Like they're really good actors in it.
I like the actors in it. The guy who plays Lip in Shameless is in it.
Yeah, he's great.
Zac Efron, man. Oh my God, the way he rocked out.
Zac Efron's he's always been buff.
No, this is completely different. He got
Didn't you see him in Baywatch with The Rock? He was
it's still not the same. He got bigger
serious?
in this movie. He got bigger.
Yeah,
I want to know if it's good, man. We got to know this because I want to see
Mo, do you recommend it in the theater or can you wait till it gets on like streaming? Because to me, I heard there's not even a lot of wrestling in it. It's more their live. So even like sound effects wise, is there a lot of stuff going on?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, he went to it. Hey, he went go down to Mo.
Hang on a minute. I'm going to open an image.
Oh, why?
What? What do you mean why?
You didn't approve the image with me.
Shit.
I don't know. You better not have a piece of shit to show. It's weird.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Just a turd in the wind.
Okay, here we go. This is what he looks like in this movie. The one on the left is.
Are you serious? In the middle, that's him?
Yeah, the middle is what he became for this movie. That's what he beefed up to. On the left is what he used to look like for the Baywatch.
Dude, his stomach is like popping out.
So overall, pretty good with a couple complaints. Weird to have no Chris Von Erich, and I don't agree with their reasoning. The guy playing Ric Flair acts like he's never seen Ric Flair before. I wondered if that guy would be any good. I didn't think he looked much like him in the face, but I know they got their colors down and the way they acted and stuff. But yeah, I was worried about that. But yeah, I know they didn't have Chris Von Erich in there, and but that had
he didn't wrestle, right?
Yeah, he didn't.
Isn't that why they didn't have him in it?
And it would have been another suicide, I think, as another. Wasn't that part of the reasoning why? Because it would have been another. Because all the boys died. 3 of them died by suicide. The youngest, one of them died as a little kid.
Yeah.
And then that leaves the last guy left. The last, what's his name? Kevin, right? Kevin Von Erich.
Well, because Kerry Von Erich's the Texas Tornado. He was like the most famous, right?
Yeah. He's the one that fought Ric Flair with the Iron Claw. And that's who Zach is playing.
Oh.
Yeah. So too many shots of them in their tighty whities. Ha! Otherwise a good movie. Okay. And he says you could wait. Okay, I'll wait till it comes out in streams. That's cool. Has anyone seen Godzilla -0? I do want to see that
I
one
wanted
too.
to see it after work, but the times were always like 2 hours later. I was going to stay in Columbus to see it, but I've heard people really like it. I want to see it in the theater.
Yeah, I want to see it. And it sounds fun. Corey's like, what the fuck? And Carrie is way too short. Yeah, that's part of the problem. Carrie, like Lip, plays Carrie Von Erich, I think. And Carrie was one of the bigger ones, right? With the big hair. And he was like the larger than life one is what I always imagined him like. He's the one I remember the most because he had the title and stuff like that at one point. And then, Lip plays him, and the guy who plays Lip on Shameless, and I thought, man, what a short dude to be playing that guy. I don't know. I don't think they used any camera tricks to make him look bigger either.
You think they would have, right? You know?
Yeah, you at least taller because you would want him to have stature. But I guess they all got ripped out for the movie though, which is pretty cool. And Corey, that wasn't a bodysuit, dude. Zac Efron actually beefed up for that movie. He put on weight. It's crazy. What's trend? I don't know what that is. That was great. Help me out. Chris did wrestler, but not for long. I can totally see barely having him, but completely erasing him felt disrespectful.
Oh,
yeah, I know what you mean by that. And I think the director said, I think it would have been another suicide. So I think they decided to leave that out. I think they already thought it was going to be super heavy. So, but I don't know. Maybe that's not the full reason. Trend gets you jacked and shredded. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
What is it? Is it like a steroid?
It must be a steroid. It's interesting to me because those guys, man, when they beef up like that, it's incredible. Thor. I remember seeing Chris Hemsworth in Star Trek before he beefed up. He was a big dude, but he wasn't big like that, you know? And then all of a sudden he comes out as Thor and he is just freaking jacked. I couldn't believe it, man. How could there be any other way they do that? I know a lot of people say, oh no, they do this workout. And I'm like, I'm sure they do that to get shredded a little bit, but to beef up the way they are, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, Crazy Mo was saying that Kevin Von Erich's still alive.
Yeah, it's Kevin. So, and that's who Zac Efron plays.
If it does well, man, there's a lot of real stories they could do with wrestlers, like just Andre the Giant and like Jake the Snake, Coco. Like they all have very interesting lives. Like,
did you see Diamond Dallas Page get Jake the Snake sober?
Oh, yeah, that was years ago, though, right?
But it was awesome. Just watch it.
Yeah,
they had a documentary on it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I did watch that because, like, Jake the Snake would go to a wrestling thing and he'd, like, pee in a cup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
right. It was cool as hell, though.
Well, he's got some trauma. Like, I think a family member, like, sexually abused him.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
It was stuff like that. Yeah, Jake the Snake is very, like, very trauma.
That dude who plays Reacher, yeah, he is a unit, dude.
I can't tell you how many people have told me that the show is really good. Like, I've had a lot of people talk about it.
I like season 1. Season 2 is taking a downturn for me. It's not as good as season 1. It's got some good parts, but I feel like they're really trying hard with him. So I hope they change it back and go a little bit more towards season 1 again, because I felt like that was...
Well, supposedly there's like 20 or 30 books. Like, there's like tons of it.
Right. They do that raw meat diet. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Ooh.
I couldn't do that diet. Who would you cast as Andre the Giant, Murph? Man.
I think you'd have to do like Lord of the Ring tricks, right? There's no one that big. Like you'd have.
Oh, well, the Big Show could probably pull some of it off.
But I don't think he's a good enough actor to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he could have back in the day. That'd be tough, man. That'd be really tough.
Unless you CGI'd him like the Hulk, where the actor.
Yeah, you could CGI him. That'd be interesting. Corey and the Liver King is natty too. Dude from Reacher's the goat in Blue Mountain State. That show. I never got to watch it. I never really watched that show very much, Blue Mountain State. Jake's dad was dating Jake's grandma and then their daughter who got pregnant. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's nuts. Holy crap.
Wait, what did he say? Dude, I just tried to get that Jake thing in my head.
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
So his dad,
Jake's grandma,
was dating his mother-in-law?
It must have been his mother-in-law.
And then
his dad was dating his mother-in-law.
And then raped her daughter,
which is his wife's sister, right?
Yeah.
Who got pregnant with Jake. Wow.
Oh, no. So Jake's dad raped his mother. That's what he's saying. Jake's a rape child.
Oh.
Jake's dad.
Okay, I get it now.
Grandmother's daughter.
But you can totally make the jump that we made there out of those words. So I was trying to follow. Okay, I get it now.
So him and his mom and dad. His mom and dad didn't get married. He raped the daughter of the girl he was seeing, which crazy. Then would be his grandmother.
So, and it says, "Wait,
Jake the Snake Roberts."
Yeah, Jake the Snake, man. Gosh, saw him on TV so much. Used to watch him like crazy. He seemed to be on every week. He was one of those wrestlers that you would see all the time.
Dude,
he some of the other big ones you didn't, but you'd see him a lot.
Well, I mean, that was the first thing I ever saw him having Macho Man bit by the snake as a kid. Yes. My mind was blown.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I'm watching this shit from now on.
It's weird because when you would turn it on, I felt like you would always see Bret the Hitman Hart and you'd always see Jake the Snake Roberts. And there was a few other ones, but you would never see like the mega stars. It would be just those dudes. You know what I mean? They were big, but they weren't as big as some of like Hulk Hogan and those guys.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like
they would save them for the main events, but those guys would always be on TV.
You'd see Big Boss Man and like Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Oh my God. Jake's mother is the underage daughter. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't watch wrestling. Okay. Well, this is old wrestling, Corey, back in the 80s, 90s, like old stuff, dude. Jake the Snake Roberts, the wrestler. Yeah. And it was fun. I used to love that era too, man. That era in the late 80s. Gosh, so good.
Well, I mean, they really had fun with a lot of stuff too. You know what I mean? Like,
well, and Rowdy Piper was starting to get into movies, and there was a lot of things developing.
One of the best quotes ever. I've come to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum. Like, that is just a great quote.
Yeah. He was a great character and a great, I mean, he was just a great not foil, but a bad guy villain to Hulk. Oh man.
Well, didn't he hit Cyndi Lauper? Didn't he hit her? Wasn't that the big
actually hit her
thing?
He might have hit her because that's when Captain Lou Albano was managing some of those guys, and that's why.
Yeah, like wasn't that the big thing that people hated him because he hit a woman? Like it was especially then.
Captain Lou Albano, that's hilarious. Wait, Gate kept my question number. If he was talking about doing an Iron Claw style movie about Andre the Giant, I asked who he thinks should play Andre.
Yeah, I said they'd probably get the CGI. I said Andre the Giant would have to get CGI. There's no actor that's as big as him. It'd have to be like the Hulk is CGI, where you have a real actor, but
you could do prosthetics maybe, but I think it wouldn't look good. I guess you could get the
CGI. Guy, the big brother from Everybody Loves Raymond. His voice would probably sound like Andre the Giant. Anybody want a peanut?
Anybody want a peanut?
You know what I mean? Everybody loves Raymond's brother. How deep his voice is.
Yeah, he does have a deep voice, but
like you'd have to.
No, I just think, but he don't look like Andre, and I think that's the hard part is getting somebody to look like him. Andre was so disproportionate because of
his brow and his like. You'd have to. Yeah, it could never be just someone's face.
And this is where I'm at. It's unfeasible. You'd have to do CGI, or you couldn't do it. I don't think, to be honest.
Because even his body, like the person would have to be wearing a bodysuit, man. Like he was huge.
Yeah, they could do an animated movie for sure. The animated would be awesome.
Yeah.
You could get anybody to do his voice. Probably you'd find a bunch of people to do it.
Well, I'm trying to think who is like the tallest actor out there. That guy who played Sabretooth that was also in Troy, he was pretty tall.
Yeah, but he was a wrestler too. Did you know that?
No, he was not a wrestler.
The guy that played Sabretooth? Yes.
Yeah. Who was he?
I used to know it, and I can't think of it. Just get Netflix to do the movie and cast The Rock. It would look less weird and retarded. Or Adam Sandler.
Oh my God, Adam Sandler! Oh my gosh, that's great.
No, but what's okay? I'm gonna go look. I gotta look this up. Sabretooth actor.
I don't think he was a wrestler, dude.
I think he was.
Because I can picture the guy.
Tyler Mane. Tyler Mane was a wrestler. Hang on. Yeah, he's a Canadian actor and retired professional wrestler. He's best known for playing Sabretooth in the American superhero film X-Men.
But who was he as a wrestler? Was he in WWF?
WCW.
What was his name?
And competed in promotions in the All Japan Pro Wrestling and Universal Wrestling Federation.
Who was he in WCW?
Daryl Carolat as they're not saying. They won't say what he was. I think he just was Tyler Mane. I think that's what he was.
Like he was just a jobber the whole time that never got to do anything.
Probably he wasn't very big. In all seriousness, Netflix would probably cast Leslie Jones as Andre the Giant. Leslie Jones.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Elliot Page. Oh, shit. In all seriousness, Leslie Jones.
Dude, that's like Deadpool at the end where he's like, who could be Cable? Hey, Keira Knightley, she's got range. Keira Knightley can just play Andre the Giant.
Oh, Leslie Jones from SNL. I remember her.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's a big. Oh, boy.
That's terrible.
Oh, boy.
Tyler Mane barely wrestled for like a month. Yeah, he was tag team with Kevin Nash. His name was Big Sky. Oh, okay. I remember Big Sky in there.
Are you serious? That's crazy.
That makes sense.
They do
kind of
find
his
like
name.
each other, though. Now that you say that, that's interesting.
Kevin Nash? Not really.
That Sabretooth and Kevin Nash?
Yeah, they just had a picture of Tyler Mane and
well, I picture him how he looks in Troy.
Hold on, don't cut me off. The guy.
Damn, why are you yelling at me?
Who's in the leader? Who's the leader right now of the wrestling?
WWF?
Yeah. E.
Who's the leader?
Yeah, who took over?
You mean UFC bought them?
He's the son-in-law.
Oh, Triple H.
Yeah, so he looks like Triple H a lot.
A little
Tyler
bit.
Mane does. Yeah.
You know,
they
Triple
had it
H
side by side.
before? He went out for the role.
Yeah. I'm glad he didn't. He would have been a terrible actor.
He does look like Sean Bean, though. Triple H could pass
he does
for him.
look like. Yeah, he does.
He could pass for
more
Boromir.
muscular. He's too muscular for that, though. That's crazy.
He could pass for a Boromir, though. He definitely could.
It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Come on. Triple H
I
can
don't
take
know.
any of his roles because Sean's just going to die anyways.
So
Sean's
I think
gonna die
we've lost.
anyway.
I think we've lost most of the chat again. We had
we're supposed to be keeping it to an hour. We went over.
I know we went over. Why'd you let us do that?
I forgot to set an alarm. I need to set an alarm for 9 o'clock.
So, well, anyway, we've had fun talking about a bunch of shit. Doesn't matter. We just talked about everything, which I'm okay with doing. I can bounce around subjects and talk about all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I don't know, man. I know, guys, you wanted to talk about what's relevant with the drama, but I just feel like that pulls us down. I hate it. I really don't like it. I'm not a fan.
Fun.
It's not fun. I mean, there's stuff that we can go into. I know I talked about politics, but we tried not to hang on that too long. It's just, once again, it's relevant, yes, and we did talk about the drama. It's, as much as I didn't really want to, but now you know where I stand. At least I want it to end. I want it to end quickly. And other than that, I don't care. So hopefully I won't see very much of it on Twitter, but I know I will. So anyway, I don't really have any new art to show right now.
Let's just end it.
We've done some thumbnails though. So we talk about our book for a second. We worked on some thumbnails. We got some pages moving, and they're going to be starting to flow a little better now, which is really good.
Yeah, we're almost probably got to say 1/3 of the book.
Yeah.
One third
of the book planned, which is like pages planned. So that's a good thing. That's a lot of work. So now we just got to get the pages drawn. Oh my God.
Get on it.
Yeah. See, you're an asshole just like everybody else.
We all got one.
I know.
And we're all pink. And never forget, we're all pink. We're all pink inside.
I'm just going to put, instead of Murph, I'm going to put Stink Star next week. That's going to be
you should do that.
Stink Star. Raw and wriggling. And there you go.
Does he say wriggling?
Wriggling.
Are you sure that's what he says?
Yeah. He says raw and wriggling. Yeah, he wants it, wiggly. So, yeah. Oh, look at that. I'm getting a phone call. Right on screen.
They're saying, and the.
All right. Hey, guys, it was good seeing y'all. We will see you next week. And we'll be back next time. We're going to talk about some new subjects. Come hang with us in a new format. We're going to try to stick to an hour, Corey. 9 o'clock. That means we're cutting off at 9. So you better be ready for that.
Crazy Mad, do better with question of the week. You got a week.
Oh, man.
Get on that.
Do better. Jeez.
Get it.
That's Murphy.
Later.
So mean. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Let the force.
Murph and Dirk and Dirk and Murph and Murph and Dirk and Dirk and Murph and Dirk.